Do not quench your inspiration and your imagination. Do not become the slave of your model. Conscience is a man's compass. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. I consciously choose the dog's path through life. I shall be poor, I shall be a painter. I put my heart and my soul into my work, and have lost my mind in the process. If one is the master of one thing and understands one thing well, one has at the same time insight into and understanding of many things. It is not the language of painters, but the language of nature which one should listen to. The feeling for the things themselves, for reality is more important than the feeling for pictures. Occasionally, in times of worry, I've longed to be stylish, but on second thought I say no, just let me be myself and express rough yet true things with rough workmanship. Painting is a faith, and it imposes the duty to disregard public opinion. The way to know life is to love many things. As we advance in life, it becomes more and more difficult. But in fighting the difficulties, the inmost strength of the heart is developed. Drawing is the root of everything, and the time spent on that is actually all profit. How can I be useful? Of what service can I be? There is something inside me. What can it be? I dream of painting, and then I paint my dream. I see drawings and pictures in the poorest of huts and the dirtiest of corners. If you hear a voice within you saying, "You are not a painter," then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. It is only too true that a lot of artists are mentally ill. It's a life which, to put it mildly, makes one an outsider. I'm alright when I completely immerse myself in work, but I'll always remain half crazy. One can speak poetry just by arranging colors well, just as one can say comforting things in music. Paintings have a life of their own that derives from the painter's soul. There is no blue without yellow and without orange. As you can see, I am immersing myself in color. I've held back from that until now, and I don't regret it. Even the knowledge of my own fallibility cannot keep me from making mistakes. Only when I fall do I get up again. I'm not an adventurer by choice, but by fate. I experience a period of frightening clarity in those moments when nature is so beautiful. I am no longer sure of myself, and the paintings appear as in a dream. I wish they would only take me as I am. In spite of everything, I shall rise again. I will take up my pencil, which I have forsaken in my great discouragement, and I will go on with my drawing. Love always brings difficulties. That is true, but the good side of it is that it gives energy. Poetry surrounds us everywhere, but putting it on paper is alas not so easy as looking at it. There may be a great fire in our soul, yet no one ever comes to warm himself at it, and the passers-by see only a wisp of smoke I always think that the best way to know God is to love many things. I'm still far from being what I want to be, but with God's help, I shall succeed. I feel that there's nothing more truly artistic than to love people. I'm drawing a great deal, and I think it's getting better. It always strikes me, and it is very peculiar, that when we see the image of indescribable and unutterable desolation, of loneliness, of poverty and misery, the end of all things or their extreme, then rises in our mind the thought of God. Love is eternal. The aspect may change, but not the essence. There is the same difference in a person before and after he is in love, as there is in an unlighted lamp and one that is burning. The lamp was there and was a good lamp, but now it is shed. One must spoil as many canvases as one succeeds with. The fishermen know the sea is dangerous and the storm terrible, but they have never found these dangers sufficient reason for remaining ashore. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? By working hard, old man, I hope to make something good one day. I haven't yet, but I am pursuing it and fighting for it. The great doesn't happen through impulse alone, but through a succession of little things that are brought together. I can very well do without God, both in my life and in my painting, but I cannot do without something which is greater than I am, which is my life, the power to create. I often think that the night is more alive and more richly colored than the day. Ideas for work are coming to me in abundance. I'm going like a painting locomotive. It is better to be high-spirited, even though one makes more mistakes, than to be narrow-minded and all too prudent. Love many things, for therein lies the true strength, and whosoever loves much performs much, and can accomplish much, and what is done in love is done well. One must work and dare if one really wants to live. The more I think about it, the more I realize there is nothing more artistic than to love others. You write in your letter something which I sometimes feel also. Sometimes I do not know how I shall pull through.